Hi everyone, welcome to 1/6 Figure Focus, and in this video we'll be taking a look at some 1/6 scale figures that Hot Toys really should have dropped already or should be dropping in the future. Now, I have absolutely no inside knowledge. Part of this is just like, you don't have to have inside knowledge or know someone and working for Hot Toys or have someone over in HK who's got the inside line to think that it would make logical sense that some, if not all of these lists, these figures on the list that should be released. So these are figures that, like, I would call them, they're internet breakers. They're figures that people would be really excited about if they actually got released. Now, I've got 8 on my list. It's not exhaustive, but that's part of the fun, and that's where you come in. If I've missed something that you thought, okay, this figure should have been made, then put it into the comment section down below. These are in no particular order, but like I said, they're all figures that they're figures I think Hot Toys should make in 6 scale and probably should have done years ago, some of them. And they're in no particular order. So straight away, Vader. Surely it's coming, right? Surely it has to be coming. Okay, they've done the Kenobi. Have they done actually anything else from Kenobi so far? They did. The Purge Trooper. They announced the Purge Trooper, which actually I was very underwhelmed by because I'm a Trooper collector, but it just didn't do anything for me. Maybe it's because they didn't actually do anything in the show. But look, I'm getting sidetracked. This figure should be coming. I mean, that scene was worth the price of admission. Whether you liked the show or not, I'm guessing you probably liked this particular scene and that particular battle. Or maybe you didn't. Let me know in the comment section down below. I thought they did it really well. I liked the final battle. I love the fact that we get a battle damage Vader, hopefully. I love the way the voice at this stage when his I know, vocoder or voice box, whatever was broken, the digital, whatever digitizes his voice, went between Hayden Christensen and James Earl Jones, which really kind of ties the prequels and sequels together. There were some good bridges done there, and I really thought the writing in this particular scene was quite good. I know it wasn't good throughout, but I did think they handled this very well. It was full of emotion down to the two boys and the acting skills, so hats off. This should be a no-brainer. Like, if I'm a betting man, and I kind of am, I'd say there's a very, very high chance. I think this is nearly 100%. I think this is nearly a cert. I know nothing is a cert. You can't talk in absolutes and stuff like that, but I think this is coming, and this would look magnificent. Actually, shout out to Mario El Profesoro. I originally thought that maybe they'd do a 6 scale version of this and would have swap out parts, but Mario's kind of going, then you won't really get the full effect of the battle damage, because it wasn't just his helmet that was battle damaged, it was the chest and the back. And he reckons it's better if they do 2 versions, a clean version, which kind of like a Rogue One, kind of, which apparently is the best 1/6 scale Vader to have. I don't currently own one in my collection, but he was saying that, like, if they do a regular version and then a completely battle damaged version, that would be good. And you know what? He's right, and I absolutely agree with that. If that's the case, then I'd probably get the battle damaged one, and hopefully if they fix that Kenobi head sculpt, because I don't think I think it's about a 6 at the moment, that needs a lot of work. Then I would probably pair the two guys together and then try to hunt down that quarter scale Darth Vader from Return of the Jedi, or maybe hold out until next year because it's the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, and you never know, they might actually give me a reissue. Or, that's so selfish, reissues are so selfish, but I said it out loud, I'm owning it. Or they might actually reissue that in 6 scale with the Sebastian Shaw head sculpt. That'd be interesting. So this is first on the list. Do I think they're going to do this? I'm going to finish up all of these 8 with asking, do I genuinely think they're going to do this? And would I buy it? Because I don't like clamoring for things and then when it comes out, me not buying it. The only situation that's going to happen, if I say I'm getting that, and then if it comes out, if it's not up to scratch, that's the only situation I reserve the right to change your mind. And it's perfectly okay to change your mind. Everyone changes their mind from time to time. But look, do I think they're going to do this? Yes. Would I pick it up if they do? Yes. Next one. It's obviously the one on the right. I'm going to get that Doc Ock, but I'm waiting to see the head sculpt, because look, JC Hong literally, like, I think he put on the Instagram or tweeted the day this dropped going, the head sculpt is not final. But still, there was a lot of drama about it, whatever. But he literally sent it out. The head sculpt is not final. So they're going to improve that. And I think that figure, I think that's due to drop next year. I think there's going to be a lot of fantastic things dropping next year. But that has potential to be figure. I just have a good feeling about that. They fixed that head sculpt. with all the cut and sew going on. I didn't realize it was actually 2 long jackets. So it was the outer one, then the inner one, the belt. Like I said, they nailed that head sculpt, and then the articulated, tentacles with the swap out nanotech parts. That could be potential for figure of the year next year. It's very early to cause, but the one I'm concerned with is the one on the right. That's the Goblin I want. I've made no secret about it. Please close your ears if you're a fan of the Raimi versus Spider-Man. You've been warned. I'm not a fan of The Amazing Spider-Man. I'm not a fan of the Raimi verse, the Tobey ones. I just wasn't. I watched them growing up, but I wasn't a fan of them then. I'm still not a fan of them now. However, No Way Home did make me appreciate the 2 Spider-Man a bit more, and their acting ability and stuff like that. But the MCU Hobgoblin on the right there, the Hobo Goblin, whatever you want to call it, I like this because this is a good example of what the MCU does good. It, instead of directly lifting stuff from the comic books and putting it on the screen, which, let's be honest, doesn't work all the time, because then you just end up with classic Loki, and that's great for the comic book fans, but it doesn't work all the time in the modern era. They took aspects of it. Obviously the green color, you have his purple hoodie that he was wearing in the movie, which has been torn and battle damaged to look like the purple hoodie he had from the comic books. It has this like military style belt here, and like on the comic books it has a belt with a satchel that held the pumpkin bombs and stuff like that. You have his exposed face instead of a mask. So I really didn't like the mask in the Raimi verse, but I'm holding out for this. I do think they're going to eventually do this. I thought they were going to do it for a Toy Fair exclusive. Maybe they still will. There's still time. But unfortunately, a lot of the Toy Fair exclusives, they're kind of like reissues, not reissues, 2.0s and stuff like that. But I haven't given up hope. I really, really like this. I think it is coming, whether it's a Toy Fair exclusive or not. I don't really care, to be honest. I just want them to do it, and I think they will do it eventually. I love this version of the Green Goblin. That's the one I want. But do I think they're going to do this eventually? Yes. Will I pick it up? Yes, 100%. The next one, Cobb Vanth. Everyone's calling out for Cobb Vanth. A lot of people, this actor Timothy Oliphant is very, very popular in general, I think, for his acting ability, and definitely more popular now since he starred in the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. Now, again, I wasn't a fan of the Book of Boba Fett, but I'm a massive fan of The Mandalorian. And I really did like Cobb Vanth's character. And basically, the best 2 episodes, fantastic Star Wars content, even though it was part of the Book of Boba Fett, episode 5 and 6. That Cad Bane scene was phenomenal. And the tension between the two of them was like an old Western shootout or something, but in space. I just love that scene. I'm going to get Cad Bane. Haven't pre-ordered yet because, like a lot of people, not pre-ordering. However, this here, I'm wondering like what to pose Cad Bane with. And I was like, I know they announced the Boba on the day, but I really didn't like how the direction they went with Boba Fett. I liked him in the original trilogy because he was mysterious, had the Slave One. You know, he basically helped to catch Han Solo and the Carbonite and all that, and he was a key character. Didn't have much screen time, but he was cool. He was mysterious. He had the cool outfit, all the little gadgets and stuff like that. Loved his return in Boba Fett. That's why I love that 2-pack so much. I don't care what anyone says. That 2-pack is phenomenal. And even though the price is crashing now at the moment, because let's face it, the price is crashing on a lot of things, eventually it's going to sell out, and you might have to wait a few years, but I do think that, like a lot of 2-packs, that value will increase eventually once it's long gone. The head sculpt's fantastic. Comes with 2 really, really nice bases. Really, really like the robes. I'm getting sidetracked here. Now, my point is, I don't need another Boba Fett, but a Cobb Vanth, I'd entertain the thought. Do I think they're going to release this? Yes. Would I pick it up? I'm not sure yet. If they do a head sculpt, then it wouldn't be this version. The armor at this stage, you didn't have it in the Book of Boba Fett. So I'm curious to see, are they going to get his hair right? He had very spectacular hair. Are they going to get the head sculpt right? So I can't say at the moment now if I'm going to get that or not. I don't know. Do I think they're going to do it? Yes. I'll throw an eye on it, but I'm not sure at the moment. I'd need to see it. This should have been a no-brainer. One of the biggest movies of the year, and they have literally 4 versions of the Batman, I believe. Or is it three versions of the Batman? Yeah, they have the regular, the deluxe, and then the deluxe with the bat signal and his motorcycle, but no sign of any other cast. It would make sense, the very least, to give us the main nemesis or enemy, villain of the movie, and it would be a no-brainer. I have 2 third-party figures in my collection. They're both by Daft Toys, and I don't really deal with third-party because a lot of time I don't think they're up to the standard. But however, Daft Toys did a great job on that Bane kit and that bank robber Joker. They don't look out of place in my collection next to the officially licensed products. The Yan Toys version of the Riddler, which is Daft Toys, just another name they go by, looks very good, looks very cheap. And I just think Hot Toys a missed opportunity. This would be, doesn't even have a head sculpt, wouldn't even need a head sculpt. It's like a guy in like a green ski mask and a green hoodie and jacket. That's pretty much it. Give him that little tucker thing and you're in business. This is a tough one. I have no idea if they're going to do this or not. Maybe you let me know in the comments section down below. I have no idea. It seems to be such an obvious thing. They did put up a post on Instagram that they're going to do the updated Batmobile from the Batman. And they said more announcements coming soon. So maybe they will. Maybe it's could be. You could see it this week in San Diego Comic-Con maybe. So it seems illogical for them not to do this, but I don't have a strong feel. Like the Vader, they're going to do a Vader. They have to do a Vader. What was the second one I actually showed? Yeah, I do think they're going to do this Hobgoblin eventually. But this, I don't know. My confidence is definitely shaken because it's DC as well. And they don't give DC a lot of love. Anyway, if they released it, would I pick it up? I probably would. Toby, this is an easy one. Are they going to do it? Yes. Am I going to pick it up? More than likely, because I want to. I tend to be a figure per detail kind of guy, kind of collector. That's how I like to display my figures. I think that's the best way of doing it. But sometimes things make sense. Especially I don't use bases, so it looks cleaner. Like the Boba Roba 2-pack, it makes sense that they're together, even though they're the same person. It just looks like a very good display piece and looks nice and clean. But I have 5 details, so that middle one, that's the middle one there with the Mark 6. I think that's prime real estate. The middle of the 5, just down 1, because I have them on risers, so that's actually eye level. That's like prime real estate, hence my favorite figure. My whole collection is in there. But like, I think it would really look really good if you had the 3 Spider-Men in there, whether you're doing the landing poses or whether you're just doing a funny meme. Like they could have the masks on doing the meme, or maybe the masks off holding their masks, so you could show those head sculpts, doing some version of it, the integrated suit, the Andrew Garfield that they've announced, and hopefully this Toby. I think that would look really, really well front and center in display. Like, come on. Doesn't matter who you are, you've seen one of these movies at the very least. There's like a million of them. So do I think they're going to do this? Well, they are going to do this. We know they're going to do this because they've showed it off in, they teased the meme, and then No Way Home made like $2 billion. And then they actually showed this. They just haven't announced it yet. So this will probably happen during the week. I'd be surprised if we go the entire summer without the Toby announcement. Just hope the head sculpt is good. Will I pick it up? I'm leaning towards yes on Garfield and this and the integrated suits. But then I'll have like 8 Spider-Man. That's a bit overkill, but it's probably going to happen. Let's be honest. I'm not going to kid myself. My pre-ordering days, I'm not going to say they're fully over, but I tend not to pre-order things for multiple different reasons that I'm not going to get into now. Maybe I'll do a separate other video on this. If they announce this, I'm going to dopo it. And I haven't dopoed anything in, I think it's years at this stage, because there's no need to pre-order. There's definitely no need to, I don't feel the need to dopo, but I'm 100% going to do this. Because I just feel that, I don't know, is it female characters or characters of certain ethnicities? They just don't produce as much. And she absolutely nailed it. She wasn't a side character. She was fantastic in the movie. It was the bat and the cat. This should be made. And I've done multiple videos on my floating shelf display and stuff like that, and I've got a new updated collection tour coming soon. And I just think I'd like to look up and see, just on one of these shelves, the Robert Pattinson Batman alongside the Bat Signal, which I've ordered that set, with the Zoe Kravitz Catwoman. So do I think they're going to make this? Honestly, I don't think they're going to make this. There was a time when I did. I don't think they're going to make this. But if they do, it's a dopo. You can clip this. You can say it back to me, provided the sculpt is good. That is my disclaimer, because Zoe Kravitz, she's unique looking. She's beautiful looking. and she's young and they struggle with likeness. I've seen that third party. It is awful. Okay, so the caveat is I will dopo this if they do it right. The head sculpt has to be good. Otherwise, I will hold out, see what the head sculpt is like, and if the head sculpt is good, I will get this. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to do it. Mace Windu, they're going to do it. They've teased it, absolutely. I personally don't collect prequel figure, so I probably won't get this, although I like Samuel L. Jackson, so I may change my mind in the future, but at the moment, it'll be a no. Padme, I don't know. If we get a Mighty Thor film, or sorry, Mighty Thor figure from the new Thor movie, which there's a high chance we might, because whether you like it or not, I didn't personally like it, but it's doing well in the box office. Then wouldn't that mean that they'd have the likeness rights for Natalie Portman? I'm not sure how it works. I'm not a lawyer or solicitor, and I presume the vast majority, if not all of you watching this, don't know how it works either. No disrespect to anyone, but like a lot of people talk about licensing and stuff. I personally don't know exactly how it works. I think the gist of it is everyone has to sign off on it. You know, Disney have to sign off on it. Her agent has to sign off on it, yada yada, whatever it is. But like, if she was to give her likeness for Thor, would that just mean that it would be just for Thor? I assume it would, but I don't know. But I think if we get a Mighty Thor, there is probably a higher chance that we will get a Padme. Why it hasn't happened, I don't know. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Would I pick this one up? Do I think they're going to actually do this? I'm very skeptical about the Padme thing, but I'm going to put it out there. When they announced their first wave of the 20th anniversary Attack of the Clones figures, they said there's another wave coming soon. They posted it. When I say they, Hot Toys posted on Instagram and on their official Facebook page. They said there's another wave coming for the 20th anniversary. If they're going to do it, I think the time is now. They did tease this version before, this Attack of the Clones Padme. I'm going to say, it's a shot in the dark. I'm going to say they're going to do this. I'm not going to pick it up. I don't tend to collect the prequels. Anyway, so like I said, like this is just for fun, but I think a lot of these figures here, I think they're in their own way. Some of them, the vast majority of them, are internet breakers. You know what I mean? It's like these are figures that people want to see. Mace Windu, people will go mad for. I think Zoe Kravitz, people will go mad for if they announce it. The Toby, naturally, we know it's coming, will still be exciting. The Vader, so these are all exciting pieces. The Padme. So, like, I mean, it's not an exhaustive list. There's probably things, there's definitely things out there that I have omitted from this list, but that's the fun part. You can let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, if you're still watching, thanks very much for watching. If you want to support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let me know, do you agree with anyone on this list? Like, do you agree with any of these figures that I've put up there, or do you disagree? Is there any ones that you would want that you would definitely order or not? You can also follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.